How are you, sunshine? We're gonna come say hi. Woo. We're gonna get in position. Okay. So I'm really disappointed because after he came to the window like that, we had an incredible reading. And when I put the phone in the cradle to do the recording, I turned it off. And so none of it was captured, which is kind of sad because it was incredible. And I shared a lot, and I was excited about sharing what I shared, but maybe I shared a little too much. So I'm going to back off a little bit on this one. I'm going to do it swiftly because y'all like your shorts, and give you the basic energy for today so that we don't miss it. I'm trying not to miss. I want to be the metronome. I want to prepare you every day when you wake up to understand the energies that are at play during your day so that you can be prepared, so that you can respond to your environment instead of react. And so that's my goal. And I'm going to get this out to you. And as soon as I can, because it's 4th of July. And that's exciting. In the United States, that's Independence Day. And this was a really good reading for it. So we come in full with love and a sense of community and fullness, emotional fullness. And we often do take days off of work for the 4th of July, or we're given them, or we cover for other people so that they can have it, so that we can enjoy this cup is full moment. And that's beautiful. And so that's where we're at. That's the collective. And I am Eastern Standard Time in the United States. So I pull there, and then it's for you to come and get it where you are when you are, because everything, there's no such thing as time. So these are still timeless. But the energies are pulled according to what's going on, and this is what we've got. So we've got 8 of Swords is the journey that we're on, interference, and you see she's got these strings tying her to keeping her choices right away from her. And so this is actually anti-freedom, right? So if we're celebrating freedom with all of our loved ones, the journey that we're on is working about anti-freedom, the thing that keeps us from actually being free to be, not necessarily free to walk the streets or free to love another. That is going on, and we're going to celebrate. We've got works coming out in the 3D realm. We're gonna do some work. We're gonna come out with focused on doing works and a rebirth, becoming anew. So we're going to break the ties that bind us today a little bit. And it's good because we're in the hands of family and loved ones while we do that, hopefully. We've got the support of the tribe. The horse came. I talked about herd mentality. I'm going to save that for another date when he showed up and he can supervise that dialogue. You weren't supposed to get it today, apparently. But the herd mentality is this collective energy, and that's what we're getting, supporting us while we go through this introspection and cutting of ties. So what have we got working for and against us? This is great. We got the Fool. He reminds us that the journey is to go from nothing to something, right? So that's what we've got working for and against us. Any of these can work for and against, and interference can be from external forces, and they can impact how this all shows up for us. But if we're aware, we can counter that. We can counter those external interferences. It's our internal interferences that are our worst enemies. So over here, we have the Empress working for us. She's a master at all 4 of the elements. So we have all of them to wield for our needs as we see fit. And again, for better or for worse. So we have to be mindful. We've got gain, 9 of Pentacles. We've got some abundance coming in the 3D world from the ethereal world. We definitely have a lot of support coming through. There could be gains. There could be financial gains coming through to support us in this effort too. And that's kind of cool, especially since it's a time of struggle for a lot of people. So I'd love to see that come through. And we have the Justice energy working for us. That's Libra energy. Air, we're back to, thinking thoughts, but this is structure and this is balance. And so we have some of that working for us, a sense of right and wrong working for or against us. Mind which side you're on. Which side are you on? Then we've got, this is the journey. So this is what's working for and against us. And this is really the Eight of Swords, the interference journey. And we pulled the universe card, which I think is brilliant. And I shared a bunch of stuff that maybe I'm not supposed to quite yet. I have a feeling that's what I'm not supposed to share quite yet. It'll come out in time. But the universe card reminds us that we're all one. We're all part of the same thing. And if we can see it, see the eye? If we can see, it's hard for us to see. We live with narcissism. We can't see ourselves. We can't see that this is us. Narcissism is, I'm running around, coming off of everybody's tongues. And if you read the lore, which is what this is all about, Narcissus was cursed to never know himself. That was the curse. And so if we never know that we are all one thing, this thing, the universe, then we really can't see ourselves. And we're in our third age as a collective. So the fact that we can't isn't surprising. But we're going to work on seeing ourselves in this journey, see how it looks like an eye. And we're going to do it with Prince of Cups energy. It brings in structure as well as love, guidance from above. And I'm hoping that these readings help to do some of that. Create a path to understand self. And then be responsible and sovereign for self. Because that's all we can do. We're all responsible for being our piece of this thing, this universal thing right here, this everything. There may be more than one. And maybe that's how we get multiple realities and how time becomes irrelevant. But, this isn't to dissect that. But that's the journey that we're on, is seeing ourselves. And we're going to do it with loving support, structure, and guidance from above. And I'm hoping that these readings do that. So this was beautiful. And that's why this has got to get out today, even though the original was botched. I'm sad because Sun Tzu was here, Gemini, for most of it. And I know you guys like that. But he fed this reading. He was here. He acknowledged a bunch of things. And I'm just I'm going back over it. So we come out of this Three of Wands. Love this energy. Keeps following us. It tells me that we're balanced. We got a lot. We're juggling, but we're grounded. And we're able to handle what's going on. We're aligned with our values. And so that keeps us stable. That's a good thing. But then we've got this indolence, this Eight of Cups moment where we're walking away from something that we greatly love. And this could be a person, it could be a place, it could be something inside of ourselves that we're coveting, it could be our ego. And if we're on this journey, it likely is. And collectively, we are on this journey. So it is. It's ego. We're walking away from ego. We got the strength and the tools. If you're here, you've got some tools for sure to get through this. To work through this ego journey that's sabotaging your life and keeping you from Temperance. Temperance came out and it's beautiful. It's one of my favorite cards. I mean, I love them all because they're all informative, and that's what this is for. It's for contrast and looking at things through a unique lens, if nothing else. And a random one, one that you don't have control over. So it's going to speak to you maybe in ways that you didn't anticipate, that would make you look at things that you really didn't want to look at. But temperance is a balance of all things. Temperance is when you get to show up detached, but not disassociated. You get to respond from temperance instead of react. It's sovereignty. It's knowing thyself. It's knowing your own energies. It's understanding the energies that are going on, and it's showing up by choice. And those choices are consistent. They're always happening. The choices are always happening. We are our choices. And it's for us to show up how we want to show up, not because of how other people are acting. None of this has anything to do with other people. This is our journey of self into a collective harmony of selfnesses. Selves. Because that's what we are. That's the journey. That's what the universe, that's what's wanted. We're wanted. We're all wanted. We're all wanted. We're all wanted. And then Sun Tzu pulled this card out. It was really cool because he pulled it out. And it's discovering truth. And I spoke about a content creator I know who's on this journey right now. And I'm on this journey. And we're all on this journey. And the truth is, if you stand in the light of truth, the rest of this gets a whole lot easier. It really does. Because you know where you begin and you end, and you start to understand what you can and can't do, and what you're responsible for and what you're not responsible for. And the journey is much lighter. It's shared. You realize the burden isn't all yours. but it can't be shared unless it's a shared truth. And so you can't just write your own for conveniences and expect all the good things to line up. You have to detach, walk away from the things that you don't like about yourself. Don't walk away, integrate them. Say, this is this thing, this energy force. Fire, I'm fiery. I have a temper. Okay, but you got passion and the ability to start things. So, don't throw it out with the bathwater, the bee and all that. Don't throw that out. Hold on to it and integrate it. And then choose how you wield it. And it's easier to do if you stay grounded in a truth that the collective can subscribe to. So you have to stay grounded in a collective truth. And that's not the strings that bind us. That's not the human paradigms, the lies that we share. It's the real stuff. It's the stuff that most people don't want to talk about. But maybe today, on 4th of July, you'll get that opportunity. And while you're doing that, and you're hanging out with friends and family, and you're celebrating your freedom, remember that while we celebrate our physical freedoms to work where we want to work, do the jobs that we want to do, have the families that we want to have, that we're not really truly free until we break the binds within ourselves. And it's days like today that we're off from the regular, where we get the contrast and the love and the support to maybe go a little bit deeper, look into ourselves, and integrate. This is who I am. This is who we are. And this is what we're going through. Be what you want to see. And be free. Happy 4th of July.